Now let's practice drawing parallel lines. We start off with short ones. Draw light strokes, applying light pressure on the paper. This way it's easier to keep your muscles relaxed. Find an angle which is convenient for your arm and hand. As a beginner, you don't have to train yourself to be able to create perfect strokes from any angle. Find a range where you are the best, and later, when you need a certain angle, feel free to turn the paper to fit it in that range. Now if you use a drawing board, which you cannot rotate occasionally, you don't have any other choice than to learn drawing in any angle. But don't stress yourself, your strokes don't have to be perfectly straight. Use a ruler if you need perfect straight lines. Otherwise, a line that looks straight to the viewer is good enough. I'm drawing in this 45-degree angle. We are drawing short lines. Try to keep a constant distance between them. And they should be somewhat parallel to each other. Try out both directions, from the bottom to the top and from the top to bottom. Which one is more comfortable for you? What I want you to focus on is that your hand is loose. Try to keep constant thickness, same length and spacing. We are not in a hurry. You are teaching your nerves and muscles slowly with repetition. Later, once you have accuracy, you can increase speed. If your lines bend like this, it's because your wrist and fingers cannot cooperate properly, or the line is longer than your wrist and fingers' cooperation could physically handle. If you experience difficulties like this, you can try fixing your wrist and fingers position and use your elbow and shoulder to do the motion. Your fingers and wrist joints are not rotating at all, just your elbow and shoulder. This way your lines should remain straight. Remember, you want to avoid technique like this. You want one solid single stroke each time. Now let's try another angle. If you are making mistakes, that's okay. Don't stress yourself. We are practicing. Mistakes are allowed. Let's try it with bigger spacing. Now let's try to draw lines parallel with the edge of the paper. This time try not to rotate the paper. Find a position with your elbow and shoulder so you can make these lines. Remember, your wrist is in a fixed position, it doesn't rotate. Let's try the opposite direction. Now let's draw vertical lines. I face with challenges in this direction. I'm trying to draw from the bottom to the top. I'm also testing which speed works best for me. Sometimes if you speed up a little, your strokes will be better. And don't forget, your fingers and wrist are in fixed position. The motion comes from your elbow and shoulder. There is a shading technique in drawing called cross-hatching. I'm not going into detail now, but with this technique you can create different tones on your drawing to illustrate shadows. On short distances like this, you can let your fingers and wrist do the motion. In cross-hatching, you can play with the spacing between strokes, with the number of layers of your strokes, and with pencil pressure as well. Now let's try drawing longer strokes. For long strokes, you definitely need your elbow and shoulder to take control. Let's try the overhand grip. Good.